Hello everyone, this is Magic Chains. I'm Mrs. Moya, I'm a pharmacist, and today we'll bring you a new podcast, Mother-Daughter, about how to deal with Osgood Schlatter syndrome as a dancer. Well, this syndrome affects children and adolescents during periods of rapid growth. It's called Osgood Schlatter disease. It's an inflammation of the patellar tendon, characterized by painful lump just below the knee, which worsens with physical activity and improves with rest. It can affect one or both knees, and the pain comes in episodes that appear and disappear. I didn't realize my daughter had it. It started with pain in one knee, but I didn't pay much attention at first. After a week, I took her to the doctor, who diagnosed it using X-ray. The problem is that when you experience a flare-up of pain, you are advised to stop exercising. But in our case, and in that moment, rest was not an option. My daughter Luna does ballet, and that year, she'd been selected at only 9 years old to dance in the Nutcracker at the Royal Theatre El Retiro. This required many hours of rehearsals, and of course with the pain it was hard for Luna. At first, I wasn't aware of how much it hurt her and how it was affecting her ballet classes, until the teacher called me on the phone and told me that if Luna didn't jump, she would remove her from the performance. Ballet is a very demanding discipline, and they don't beat around the bush. If she had to be taken out of the performance, she would be, even if it wasn't a disappointment and frustration for a girl excited to have been selected to dance in a professional ballet. At that moment, I realized that if we didn't come up with a plan, with a clear goal, which was to dance the Nutcracker, Luna wasn't going to dance. So we had to get to work. I started studying the illnesses, spoke with a physiotherapist to help us carry out some stretching routines that will allow her to improve without the required rest. I went to buy a patellar bandage and some knee pads, and I told Luna that the sports were over, except for dance. She stopped doing the rest of extracurricular activities, and we also bought crutches. Before each ballet class, I would put an anti-inflammatory cream on her to make it through the class. Those were 15 really tough days, both for her and for me. Every day we listened motivational songs to keep us going. I tried to encourage her, but inside I was overwhelmed by nerves and worry. Obviously, we made an exception in this case, despite her father's objection. He said it wasn't worth the suffering. But I knew that if she didn't ultimately dance, it would be much harder for her than the pain in her knees. The day of the performance finally arrived. She was dancing on Thursday, for which we didn't have ticket, and on Saturday, when we have ticket for the whole family. On Thursday, I was terrified, because until then, she'd been managing with the knee braces and the patellar strap, but she went on the stage without them. A classmate's mother had ticket for Thursday. I asked her to send me a message when she had finished dancing, as I was afraid she might fall or experience sudden pain. When the mother sent me a message saying that everything had gone perfectly, I started crying uncontrollably, releasing all the stress I'd been holding inside for 15 days. I thought, we did it. Then When I saw her dancing like a professional on Saturday, I cried again, but this time it was out of excitement. I don't want to encourage anyone to do what we did because it can cause a child great suffering. What I want to convey is that if you have a goal, you should fight for it by making a plan and getting help from professionals and not being afraid to move forward. Well, thank you very much. This is my opinion, and now let's go just to listen Luna's opinion.